Hello, YouTube. I'm back again. I had to go live because there was something going on with my mic. Let me record and do this without being live. So, in turn, this is going to be another live stream. I was not expecting another live stream so fast, but this is the rules of co parenting. These are the rules that I abide by personally. They may not work for you, they may work great for you. You never know. I should have probably waited to do this because I may have to send my husband to go get my daughter. But okay, rule number one for co-parenting is never say anything ill about the other parent or grandparent or whoever it is. Don't say anything bad. Everything positive. Hopefully, I look better in this video than I did my first. So, yeah, don't say anything bad. Be nice. That's all I can say on that is if you're sitting there bashing part of your child, I'm sorry, you need to look at it that way, part of your child, and you're sitting there saying negative things, you are talking bad about what is part of them, and you love them. So why not just leave it out? Kids need positive role models, not, oh, so and so did this, so and so, and your kid's sitting in the back. But at the same time, your kids will make the decision, negative or positive, when they get old enough. Your kids who, I'm sorry, are not even teenagers, you're shaping their ideals. You are changing the way they feel, and it could impact them in a negative manner. Because just imagine if you're sitting there talking negative about someone, and they may be crappy around you, but around your child they are a superhero, or they try their hardest to make that right for the child. You've got to take that into consideration with the kid or children. Like if you're a grandparent raising your grandchildren, don't talk bad about their parents. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. If you have issues with the way they've lived their lives, that's on you. That's you. Leave what has made the children who they are alone. Let them be children. Leave them out of all the negativity. Keep them happy. Just make sure you're listening to them. I've seen more times than once kids walking behind their moms. Oh, so and so did this, this, and this, and their kids are right behind them, and they're just, that's not right. Don't talk negative about another parent. Yeah, you may not like them, they may not like you, but keep it positive for the family. The way to build a strong relationship with your child and keep it strong, and this is years of experience with this, okay? I have a 14-year-old and a 19-year-old. I have very good relationships with both of my kids. My kids can come tell me anything and everything they want with no issues, with nothing. They can come tell me, oh, well, Dad said this, or Sherry, or, well, somebody said that. It doesn't really matter who it is. Just tell them, don't worry. You know what I'm really like. And that's all that matters. All that matters is how much I love you. It doesn't matter how much another person says things about you or anything else. Yeah, it's kind of hurtful sometimes. But, oh well. Uh, with that, you have to look at the positives that go into not being a negative parent. Your child will be raised more positive. They will be more outgoing. They will be more vocal when there are issues than a child that just hears negative all the time. Negativity solves nothing in life. In fact, it causes more trouble than it's worth to be negative constantly. So try to be positive, even if you don't like a person or whatever. Oh well, you've got to think of your child first. Your child comes first and foremost, or the child comes first and foremost. So, yeah, as I said, I'm live, so my phone keeps going off. I'm probably going to text my husband and tell him to go pick up my daughter. That way, we can keep our discussion going and we can get some progress done. And then that's what husbands are for, right? Please tell me that's what husbands are for. Leave the comment below whenever you guys start watching this. Okay, so we know that there are rules that we need to abide by, and the number one rule is keep the other parent out of your mouth if you have nothing good to say. There are ways of going around it. There are ways of preventing issues and stuff like that. There's ways. You have to talk. You have to find ways to get along with each other, because until that child's grown, they're a part of your life. Like it or not, they're a part of your life. So I'm trying to type. So this is the is if there's negative feelings, you got to get a medium. You got to get somebody, a mediator, to kind of talk between you. I use my ex-husband. For my ex-husband, I use my current husband. They can talk to each other. I try my kid's dad. It doesn't work very well. I am not going to argue and fight with him, so I normally walk off. I know that sounds bad, but instead of fighting with him, I walk off because for me not to argue and fight with him. So yeah, you're thinking, oh, having this screaming match right now in front of my kids is a good idea. No, it's really, really not. That all stems from arguments and stuff that makes a very negative environment for a child. Children don't like to be around negative things. They like positivity. They like things to be positive. They like to be around happiness. They like that kind of stuff. No matter how old they get, they don't want to hear parents arguing. And got news. You think that your kid's not going to hear you arguing in your bedroom? Guess what? They're hearing you. Yeah, they're hearing you all right. So think twice before you start yelling in a yelling match or screaming match with your significant other or the kid's dad or stepdad or stepmom or mom or whatever. Think before you speak. That is a main thing when you are trying to yeah, this is not a good idea. I'm not going to voice my opinions right now. I am going to keep them in myself. I will vent them somewhere later. And this does not mean go to Facebook or Twitter. That's wrong. I'm sorry everybody loves these two social media sites, but the issue is these two social media sites have kind of cut off filters you would normally have as people. And I see it daily. If I even look at my Facebook or anything, I'll see somebody going, oh, well, this person's a piece of trash or something. If you're not going to say it to the person's face, don't say it on Facebook. Don't say it on Twitter. Don't sit there and complain of a person and go, oh, it wasn't about you. But really it was. Now, don't people on Facebook. Just don't air. I don't know why people do that. It makes no sense. I very rarely post anything to my Facebook besides like when I'm going live or when I'm doing something with my kids or when I'm doing things that matter to people around me or what I can do to help people. 1 second. I have to let someone in or he's going to have a fit. I have to crack a door. Be right back. Did you get my message? Get ready to go get changed. Yes, the dogs can come in here. Turn off your TV. Okay. There we go. He wasn't paying attention. Okay. So now I disappeared for a minute. I went, told my husband what needed to be done, and had to open up the door because the husky, he doesn't like mommy being in here alone. He's afraid the boogeyman is going to get me. I swear. Okay, so back to doing what I was doing. First rule, don't talk crap about the other parent or parents or really anybody that's influencing your child's life. It is absolutely true that it pretty much takes a town to raise a child. Husky. Yes, keep up. Lay down, baby. Go see. Now, this is true. Everyone in your child's life has an effect on your child. It may be a positive effect, it may be a negative effect, but they have some kind of effect in their lives. Teachers, this is why it's important for parents to meet teachers. You can't take everything your child says about a teacher as that's absolutely true. You can't do that. My daughter's teachers last year, all of them knew me. In fact, all of her teachers, pretty much throughout school, has always known me. Because I think it's important to know your kids' teachers. My son's teachers are the same way. They've all known me, even if... In fact, here's my son. But you can't see him because he doesn't want to be on the camera. And that's what we do. Put down the dog, honey.
This thing's being evil.
He is not being evil. He's convinced that the dog's evil, guys.
He was trying to chew off my arm.
Oh my God, he's a dog, honey. He's not really trying to chew off your arm. Yeah. The fun part's about being a mom and doing a live stream. And your 19-year-old bringing your 9-month-old husky that's as big as he is, carrying it in. But yeah. Okay, so first rule we all know is don't talk crap. This goes, he's a mouse. That means go pick up my daughter. Yes, I have. Oh, shush. He's making this live stream very weird, even though currently no viewers on it, but it'll be posted anyway. Okay, so with the first rule, there are no talking bad about the other parent. This is important. You have to understand how important it really is because this does help form your child's identity. Everything you do forms your child's identity. You have to pay attention to how you talk to them, how you treat them, and what you do with them. Pets, I've always had them, so they're going to come in and out, and who knows what they're going to do. You probably hear the dog panting and touching where I have the camera placed. Okay, so rule number 2, no, we're really not even done with rule number 1. Kiva, go. Take your toy and go. Nobody wants to hear you squeak it. Nobody wants to hear it. Hurry, Luna, go with him. He has your squeaky bunny. Go with him. He has your bunny. Trying to get them to go. I have a feeling that dog's getting ready to jump on the bed. Yeah. He's my backdrop. Okay. Well, you don't talk crap about the other parent or parents involved. This goes for grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, whoever is involved in the raising of the child. Don't talk bad about the other parent. It doesn't matter if you think that the child can't hear you or you don't think it'll get back to them. Eventually it will. It always gets back to other parent and everything else. I've had friends of mine call me after going places and hearing my kid's dad talking about me. And it's always really negative. It's okay. My kids know that they are 150% the most important thing in my life, which is all that really matters, is them understanding that, yeah, they're important. This is probably the most boring backdrop ever. I think I need to do something here, don't you? Okay, but at the same time, you have to understand that your children really do matter on how they feel about subjects. And talking negative just doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help other parent. It doesn't help anyone. So always remain positive. And here's a reference of it. When my kid's dad and I got a divorce, for the first couple of years, he could not afford them a Christmas present, couldn't afford them birthday presents or anything. So instead of him having to worry about that kind of stuff, my current husband and I would go and buy the kids little things and put his name on it. That way, they were still getting something from their dad, and they didn't think he had completely disappeared and abandoned them and everything. And at this point, my kids were going to therapy and everything else to help them deal with the situation. I never said anything negative around my kids about their dad. I never have. I never will. I may not agree with him or what he does, but I'm still not going to do it. It's not productive. Dog. I hear him running, and that's how I know he's coming. See this guy? He's driving me nuts. He thinks everything's a game, and mom can't be left alone to do anything. I'm not playing with you. Now, the second rule of co-parenting is, oh gosh, listen to your kids. Listen to people. Don't just ignore what they say and go, uh-huh, mm-hmm, driving, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh, or so forth. Don't do that. Don't ignore them. Actually actively listen to them, because you never know what kind of information you're going to get from them, because kids have big mouths and they kind of blab about everything. So yeah, sometimes like my son will have conversations about cards or video games. I do like to play video games, but I don't want to hear about them 24/7. So sometimes I'll tone a little bit of that conversation out, but as far as all the conversation, no, because it is something that piques his interest. So I do watch videos of things that my kids enjoy. I watch YouTubers that my kids enjoy. I watch movies my kids enjoy. I play games with them that they enjoy. And my kids are teenagers. I want to have a baby. Can't have one naturally. So that's why there's a link below about the being able to have a child and stuff. Hi, Crystal. Ah, keep up. Mommy doesn't want your bone. Hello, loves you too. Now, you have to really listen to your kids, and it doesn't matter the age, because especially the little ones, they'll blab about everything. Oh my gosh, the things I found out just from my daughter's mouth when she was little. The things that she would say. My favorite thing that she ever said was, I have mommies of many colored hair, many flavored hair. I'm sorry, flavored, because she didn't look at hair color as a color. It was a flavor. If you had blonde hair, it was banana. If you had red hair, it was strawberries. If you had black hair, I still don't know what she would say about black hair, but she would say something. Oh my gosh, Kiva. This is what I get to look forward to. Someone loves me, and he's still a puppy. Yes, Kiva. Back up. No, mom's not playing with you. But she kind of snitched quite a few times on people for little different things. So this is probably the best one. This is probably the best one because there's a Kiba in it, and the Kiba loves a mama. Now, will you stop? I know you love me. I know you want all my attention. The joys of pets and sending your husband to get your daughter from high school. Now, the second rule is listening to your children. But at the same time, you have to remember that your children will play each parent against each other. And this is step parents, grandparents, parents. They'll just play everybody against each other, especially if they get half a chance and figure out, oh, well, this person will believe this. It's like, I can get away with this if I say this. My kids have said this. My kids have done these things. They have tried to play all the parents against each other. They have tried to play the aunts and uncles against each other. They've done this. It's just what kids do. It doesn't matter if you're married, single, divorced, grandparent, the kid's gonna try to play you. But you have to listen to them. Because there might be other things that you might question, like they say that they do one thing at one parent house and another at another parent house. Well, Luna, no. You need to go and question the other parent to see if that's actually happening or if they're just making it up, because that does happen. Your kids are not going to always tell you the full truth. They'll tell you half truths. My kids are smart enough not to bald face a lie because I will catch them. We'll cover different signs of lying later. But at the same time, we need to watch our kids very closely. We need to watch their mannerisms when they go to people's houses, because it might not even be at a parent's house. It might be at a friend's house. Your kid might start acting a little funky. You might start questioning if their personality starts changing. Now, this is the psychologist coming out at me. Stop it, baby. Mom's hand does not need to be wet with slobber. But you need to question if, like, your child's attitude all of a sudden starts going through a sudden change or something. Talk to them. Ask them what's going on. See if there's anything you can do to help them. And this is one of those times where you repeat back what the child is saying. That way they know that you're actually listening to them and you're comprehending what they're saying. Don't just go, shush. Oh my God. No, we're not doing this right now, guys. They think it's playtime now. So don't be surprised if you hear the husky barking because a cat is making him want to play now. So, Kiba, stop, baby. Stop. I got a dog butt on my back. I don't know how to feel. But listen to your kid. If they go through an automatic, like, complete personality change or something, there's something going on there. And if they won't talk to you, see if they can find a counselor they trust to talk to about the situation. Because that is actually important. Your kid needs to be able to talk to somebody. And if they can't come and talk to you because you haven't really left that communication that open, I got lucky. I was able to leave my communication open with my kids. And I have a good relationship with both of them. But it's taken a lot of work to get this relationship that I have. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't just miraculously keep going. Because sometimes they'll hit a certain age and they'll start ignoring it. Luckily, I have not ended up with that. As of yet, my son's never ignored me, and he's 19, so I don't think that's ever going to happen. My daughter's 14. She comes to me with every problem. I'm having a lot of fun back here. This is weird. But at least you guys can all see me this time. But yes, with rule number 2, you have to be careful because you have to listen to what your kids say, but you also have to question what they say. You have to make sure that there is... Austin, come and get Kiba. Get Kiba. There, that's how we get rid of Kiba. Scruff has got him playing. And here he comes. Oh my gosh. Don't you dare start squeaking that, Luna.
Nope. Down.
Okay, Austin. Okay. So, let him up. Give him a chewy. Go throw his Kong or something. Kong's in the kitchen.
I don't.
No, he doesn't. Just,
What do you call him now?
now he's following you. Luna, no squeakies. Go see what Bubba's doing. And that's how you get your animals to go other places. Well, look, it's probably in the living room somewhere. Or maybe it's outside. I don't know. I'll be done in just a minute. But actively listen to your kids. Don't ignore them. Don't sit there and dismiss everything they say, but don't also take everything to heart. You've got to listen to your kids, but you also have to listen to the other parents. Now, like at my house, my kids will tell you my house is a lot stricter than their dad's. But
longest grounding is about a half a day at dad.
There, you got it. Half a day grounding. Mine can last weeks.
That's for stealing.
Shh. He's adding his own. See, it is a family affair on this. But you have to listen to your kids, but you also have to listen to the other parent. So when you're doing that, remember, people are going to try to make themselves look better than what they are. Me, I am exactly who I am. I'm not going to sugarcoat who I am or anything else. I care about kids. I care about my family. I care about my friends. My friends are pretty much just like family to me. In fact, some of them are more family than others. So when you're thinking about it, remember that what you do really does matter on what happens with your child. So when the other parent is saying you did this, this, and this, go, well, no, I didn't do that, and explain what actually happened. Because they will try to start fights between the parents just to see what they can do. So remember, when you're doing that with your kids, remember to listen to them. Now, the next stream we will cover more rules and maybe products or stuff. We don't know. But those are the first 2 rules. All but the first rule are all interchangeable. They're all able to be moved to whatever priority you need them as. This is what has worked for me over the last 19 years. I don't fight with my ex. I don't fight with my kid's dad. I don't say bad things about him. I don't say bad things about his wife or anything like that, because that's just not who I am. Now, if you like this content, like and share and do all that fun stuff and subscribe to me. We'll keep the channel growing. When we hit about 200, 300 subscribers, I'll get a P.O. box, and you guys can send me things that you want me to try, because I am quite daring, especially when it comes to cleaning stuff and trying new stuff. But thank you all. Please go to the GoFundMe below and help my family out. That way you guys can watch me become an emotional wreck for months and watch me cry, which is something that really nobody's ever seen me do. So if you want to see me cry and be real emotional, go down below, go to that GoFundMe, help my family out. But keep us growing, keep us going. You guys have a wonderful evening and see you again. Yes, I want to end. Goodbye.